Bram Stoker was an Irish writer, famous for his book Dracula. He was born in Dublin, Ireland, in 1847. As a child, he was often sick and spent many years in bed. During this time, his mother told him many stories. Some of these stories were about strange and mysterious things like ghosts and monsters. This made Bram Stoker very interested in stories about the unknown. When Stoker grew up, he went to a big university called Trinity College in Dublin. He studied many subjects, including history and literature. After finishing his studies, he began to look for a job. He worked as a writer and even worked for a famous actor named Henry Irving. Stoker helped manage the actor's theater and traveled with him to many places. This job helped Stoker learn about drama and storytelling. While working with Henry Irving, Stoker began to write his own books. He wrote many short stories and novels, but his most famous book was Dracula. Dracula is a story about a vampire, Count Dracula, who lives in a dark castle in Transylvania. Count Dracula is a very strange man who can turn into a bat and drink people's blood. The story follows a young man named Jonathan Harker, who visits Dracula's castle and then learns about the dangerous powers of the vampire. As the story unfolds, Harker, along with his friends, tries to stop Dracula from spreading his evil. They must fight Dracula, who has dark powers and can control minds. The characters work together to defeat him, but Dracula is very difficult to stop. The tension and suspense in the story grow with each chapter, keeping readers on the edge of their seats. At first, Dracula was not very popular. Many people did not know about the book when it was first published in 1897. However, over time, the book became more and more famous. Today, Dracula is one of the most famous stories in the world. Many movies, plays, and other books have been made based on it. The character of Count Dracula has become a symbol of vampires and the supernatural. People now recognize Count Dracula as the classic vampire that has inspired many other vampire stories. The book itself has influenced other writers, and many modern vampire stories are based on the ideas that Stoker created. Besides Dracula, Bram Stoker wrote many other stories. Some of them were also about strange creatures or mysterious events. One of his other books is The Jewel of Seven Stars, which is about an ancient mummy that comes to life. Stoker also wrote The Lair of the White Worm, which is about a dangerous creature that lives in a cave. These stories were also full of mystery and suspense, and they made people feel both scared and excited. Though not as famous as Dracula, these works also show Stoker's love for the supernatural and his talent for writing thrilling tales. Bram Stoker's writing was influenced by his interest in legends and myths. He was very curious about old stories from different cultures. He also loved to read books about history and strange creatures. This helped him create stories that were exciting and full of mystery. His love for the unknown and the supernatural is what made his books so interesting to readers. Stoker often included elements from folklore, ancient myths, and the mysteries of the world in his writing. This made his stories feel even more real to his readers, as if they could happen in the world around them. His use of dark settings, such as dark castles, creepy forests, and foggy nights, added to the atmosphere of his books. Even though Bram Stoker became famous for his writing, his life was not always easy. He worked hard to become a writer, but he did not make a lot of money. He had to work at other jobs to support himself and his family. He continued to write stories, but his books did not always sell well. However, Stoker never gave up on his dream of becoming a successful writer. He worked tirelessly to improve his writing and to share his stories with the world. While he was not rich from his writing, his passion for it never faded. Stoker's most famous book, Dracula, became very popular after his death. Today, it is known all over the world, and many people still enjoy reading it. The story has inspired many films, television shows, and other books. Count Dracula has become one of the most famous characters in history. Bram Stoker's work continues to influence writers and filmmakers to this day. Many modern movies and TV shows about vampires owe a lot to Stoker's Dracula. The image of the vampire, with fangs and a thirst for blood, comes from Stoker's creation. Count Dracula's ability to control minds and transform into a bat also became famous because of the book. Bram Stoker died in 1912, but his legacy lives on through his writing. He is remembered as one of the great writers of horror and mystery. His love for storytelling and his passion for creating exciting and scary tales made him a very important figure in literature. Even though he lived more than 100 years ago, people still read his books and enjoy them. His work has inspired many others to write their own stories about the supernatural and the unknown. Many of Stoker's ideas about the supernatural and fear are still present in today's stories. Through his books, Stoker taught readers to embrace the mysterious and the unknown. In conclusion, Bram Stoker's life was full of hard work, dreams, and a deep love for stories. He is best known for Dracula, but he wrote many other books that also entertained and excited readers. His writing continues to inspire people today, and his stories about strange creatures and mysterious events will always be remembered. Many people believe that Stoker's work will continue to inspire generations of readers for many years to come. His creativity and imagination have left a mark on the world of literature that is difficult to forget. Through his stories, Stoker has shown us that even the darkest tales can hold great power and captivate the hearts and minds of readers from all walks of life. The excitement and thrill of his tales still have the power to make readers feel the fear and wonder that he wanted to create. Bram Stoker's Dracula remains a classic, and his influence on horror and supernatural fiction is undeniable.